The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Scientists have been trying to harness the power of nuclear fusion for more than 70 years. By fusing hydrogen atoms to make helium under extremely high pressures and temperatures. So-called main sequence stars are able to convert matter into light and heat, generating enormous amounts of energy without producing greenhouse gases or long-lasting radioactive waste. But replicating the conditions found inside the hearts of stars is no simple task. The most common design for fusion reactors, the tokamak, works by superheating plasma before trapping it inside a donut-shaped reactor chamber with powerful magnetic fields. Keeping the turbulent and superheated coils of plasma in place long enough for nuclear fusion to happen, however, has been a painstaking process. Soviet scientist Natan Yavlinsky designed the first tokamak in 1958, but no one has ever managed to create an experimental reactor that is able to put out more energy than it takes in. One of the main stumbling blocks has been how to handle a plasma that's hot enough to fuse. Fusion reactors require very high temperatures, many times hotter than the sun, because they have to operate at much lower pressures than where fusion naturally takes place inside the cores of stars. Cooking plasma to temperatures hotter than the sun is the relatively easy part, but finding a way to corral it so that it doesn't burn through the reactor walls without also ruining the fusion process is technically tricky. China has been actively pursuing fusion energy research and has built a major experimental fusion device called the EAST, or Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak. It aims to simulate the conditions that exist in the Sun and other stars, with the goal of developing a safe and sustainable source of energy. However, creating an artificial sun that fully replicates the real sun is still a challenging and long-term goal, requiring significant advances in technology and understanding. The EAST is an experimental fusion device built by China's Institute of Plasma Physics, IPP. It is designed to replicate the sun, with the goal of developing a safe and sustainable source of energy through fusion reactions. In fusion reactions, hydrogen isotopes are heated to extremely high temperatures to form a plasma, which is then confined by magnetic fields. The hydrogen isotopes collide and fuse together, releasing energy in the form of light and heat. This process is the same one that powers the Sun and other stars. The EAST is part of China's larger effort to advance fusion energy research and eventually develop a practical fusion power plant. The device is capable of reaching high temperatures and confining plasma for short periods of time, but their recent experiment shows significant progress. China's artificial sun has set a new world record after superheating a loop of plasma to temperatures 5 times hotter than the sun for more than 17 minutes. The reactor maintained a temperature of 158 million degrees Fahrenheit or 70 million degrees Celsius for 1056 seconds. The core of the actual sun, by contrast, reaches temperatures of around 27 million F or 15 million Celsius. This smashed the previous record, set by France's Tour Supra tokamak in 2003, where plasma in a coiling loop remained at similar temperatures for 390 seconds. China's success with EAST suggests researchers are getting closer to sustainably harnessing cosmic power. Currently, China's EAST reactor is being used to test technology for an even bigger tokamak reactor under construction in France. In a collaboration between 35 countries, the International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor will be the world's largest nuclear reactor. The United States, the United Kingdom, China, India, and all states in the European Union are involved in the project. The reactor, expected to begin working in 2025, also has the world's most powerful magnetic field, which is 280,000 times as strong as Earth's own. This will bring scientists a small yet significant step closer to the ultimate goal. If we succeed in creating an artificial sun, it could potentially provide a limitless source of clean energy, reduce dependence on fossil fuels, and improve quality of life in places with limited access to electricity. But what could go wrong? If an artificial sun falls into the wrong hands, it could potentially be used as a weapon of mass destruction, due to its capability to generate intense heat and radiation. It could also lead to environmental disasters, if not handled and maintained properly. As with any technology, it is important to consider the potential consequences and implement appropriate safety measures and regulations. If humans succeed in creating an artificial sun, I wonder how many villains would want to get their hands on the technology that can wreak havoc in this planet. But what if humans can create a real-life Iron Man armor? Well, that's a story for another. Wait a minute, I'm not what if. What can you say about the artificial sun? Put it in the comment section and smash that subscribe or follow button. Thanks.